Did you see last month, she accidentally checked the wrong box. It said she was worth $38 million. And law enforcement came after her for that. And then all of a sudden, she was worth less than $80,000.
Tell us about your net worth dropping down to about 100,000.
The whole thing.
Could you just elaborate on what mistake was made, Congresswoman? What mistake was made on your financial disclosure forms to bring it down to 100,000 from up to 30 million? Just want to give you a chance to clear it up because people are wondering why it dropped so far down. Does your husband still have the consulting business worth about $8 million?
So essentially, she's been asked to tell us how her net worth went from dropped to 100,000 from 30 million. So let's see what she has to say here. This is a very simple question, by the way. Very simple question. Simple answer should be given. But as we already know, politicians, they can never answer a question. It's almost like as if it's on their curriculum. To become a politician, you need to know how to never answer a question. Like these guys literally go into like Neo from the Matrix, like,
please read when I asked you about the $9 billion fraud that you denied is happening, but I have it right here. I read. Look, Chairman Comer opens hearing on massive fraud scandal, $9 billion.
That's what Comer believes because he's as smart as you are.
It's not just Comer. It's Scott Besson. It's federal prosecutors. It's House Oversight. And it's Minnesota State reps.
You could have that, ma'am. I think you need to get examined because your brain has been fried in some way, and it's not okay. I really hope you get some help. You and the Republicans here. Take care, okay, ma'am?
I'm sorry, I couldn't go to the learning centers that you're running over in Minnesota, but I think you should perhaps read what's actually.
You need one of those learning centers.
I need one of those learning centers.
Yes, see it.
I got completely flamed. Even though it makes Ilhan Omar look even more guilty, she completely roasted that reporter. Like, I mean, they're like, she needs to go to the Minnesota Layering Center. Any of you guys remember the Layering Center video? Like the quality layering center. They told that reporter that she needs to report there ASAP just for asking questions. I mean, it's got to be hard being a reporter, right? When you have to chase down these people. And don't they have to answer to the public? Because sometimes it feels like as if you're almost begging them to respond to questions. But she gets paid like what, $170,000 a year as a congresswoman. I think it's her job to answer journalists' questions.
You tried sometime Somalia. It's a beautiful place. It's got no government. It's got no military. It's got no anything. It's got one thing that's really strong, crime. It's got a lot of crime. They have no police. All they do is run around shooting each other. It's filthy dirty, disgusting dirty place. They come here, and Ilhan Omar, you ever hear of her? She heads it. And think of it. They have nothing but crime, poverty, pollution. Everything is horrible over there. Nothing good. They say it's the worst country anywhere in the world, that we got some beauties out there, but it's the worst. And then she comes here from Somalia, and she tells us how to run the United States of America. She says, the Constitution gives me certain rights. And I demand that I be given these rights. Get that.
Now, but just something that jumps out at me is, I think this is the Trump that people voted for, right? This kind of his outspoken nature, where he's not afraid to say the quiet part out loud and stand up to questionable things, right? So this is what people actually liked about Trump. Not the warmonger Trump, but this kind of Trump, the America First Trump.
Hell, what a phony. And then she married a brother to come in. I don't know, you're not. But I would imagine they're looking at her. I have nothing to do with it. I would imagine. Of course I have nothing to do. I have nothing, but I believe she married her brother, which is totally illegal. Although it's a lovely couple, actually, but it's a little bit on the illegal side. Darling, I love you very much.
I got no comments about that one. I got no comments about that one. I don't know. I've been hearing that rumor that she married her brother, but can anybody confirm that in the chat? Let me know if you have any evidence or any links that would actually confirm that, because I've been hearing that, but I don't know how true that is, to be honest.
Go to bed. Good night. Isn't she despicable? I can't stand watching her. I can't stand. And she said it was accounting. It was an accounting error. That was not a very good accountant, was it? Huh? No. Their whole life is based on fraud and a scam. The whole thing is a scam. And we ought to get those people the hell out of our country.
And hailing him, I think this is the Trump that people want to see, the America First Trump, not the warmonger Trump. Now I'm going to pull up some clips of Ilhan Omar, because I like to give, like, whenever you're making claims about someone, I like to give them a fair chance to hear them out as well. So let's see what she had to say when a reporter actually asked her about this incident.
About your financial disclosure, but there's some discrepancies on there. Would you like to explain that? How did you make such a big mistake on it?
Absolutely, you're stupid for asking me anything.
I am?
Yes.
Well, what about the American people who are wondering how you made such a big
I have
mistake?
explained to the American people.
What's the explanation?
I have given them the explanation.
Do you want to tell our viewers? Because they're
I don't want to tell you jack shit. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Wow. Now this one here is actually another one again about Ilhan Omar. It says, breaking news: Somali fraudster Ilhan Omar is now facing a federal investigation after making millions while in Congress. So for those of you who don't know, before Ilhan Omar went into Congress, I believe her net worth was like 50K or something like that. And then when she went into Congress, apparently she reported a net worth of 30 million. After the backlash that she received, then she seemed to have backtracked a little bit and now is saying that it's actually under 100,000. But anyways, that hasn't stopped investigations, apparently, as this breaking news would suggest.
Republicans want to know how the Somali-born Omar and her politically connected husband, Tim Minette, went from being nearly broke to being worth around $30 million in just a year, according to her 2024 disclosure forms. Quoting Comer now, there are a lot of questions as to how her husband accumulated so much wealth over the past 2 years. It's not possible. It's not. And he's a money guy. Minette and his partner, Will Haler, back in 2022, formed an investment firm, Jesse, named Rose Lake Capital. They had $42 in their bank account at the time, but in a year, up to $25 million, according to Omar's filing. By the way, he also has a wine business that went from next to nothing to millions on its books. Not surprisingly, associates were so perplexed about the irregularities, they brought information and attention to the feds to, look into it. Now, for her part, the Congresswoman has repeatedly, and I say defiantly, denied any wrongdoing while being also careful to criticize the ongoing.
It's being right. Of course, she's been denying it. Now, let's be fair here, right? Do you actually think that she's the only Congresswoman or the only politician that could potentially be taking advantage of her position? Heck, like DGT himself has been accused of like doing some manipulation of the markets, right? There's literally a running joke at this point. It's called Market Manipulation Friday, right? With the whole Iran thing and the Strait of Hormuz. So it's a little bit disingenuous for us to sit here and pretend. And yeah, of course, this is Fox News, right? So you already know that Fox News is like the state media, right? As they call them on Midas Touch. So it's definitely disingenuous of Fox News to stay here and pretend or act like Ilhan is the only one that is engaging in something like this. Now, I do find that questionable. How do you go from having $40 in your account to having millions in your accounts? It definitely raises an eyebrow. And I think that should absolutely be investigated. But I don't think that she should be the only one being investigated, in my opinion. I think most of these people should be investigated, actually. But that's just my own 2 cents, y'all. Let me know down in the chat what do you think about it. I'm going to end the video here with another funny clip from DJT, actually. Another funny one, yeah.
His headquarters out of D.C. once the lease is up. States like Texas, Ohio, and Florida.
Well, the best man to tell you that is the man standing right over here. You heard that question? With those beautiful ears of yours? He's got great hearing, he's got super hearing.
Trick of the trade, sir.
Oh my God, yo. No, like this guy is a freaking clown. I'm sorry, man, but like say whatever you want about DGT. I'm not his biggest fan, but he is a complete, absolute clown. He goes, If you gotta ask anybody, ask that guy over there with his beautiful ears. Oh my god, yo. But anyways, I thank you guys for rocking with me today. Be sure to give this stream a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm making a push for 1,000 subs. And I thank you guys so much for 912. We're 88 subscribers away from our target. And it would mean the world to me if you took the time, only if you enjoy the content, of course, if you took the time to smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.